Okay, okay. Okay, so let's start. So before that, Vamshi, so can you give a brief, like what we have discussed yesterday or on our previous session?
So we have discussed what is privileged accounts and how to be handle privileged accounts and what are
Okay.
the different types of privileged accounts
Mhm.
and what are the components of privileged accounts.
ఇక అది ఆ
Components
మెసేజ్లో
of
వచ్చింది
privilege
ఫస్ట్
account or
ఫినిష్
cyber
చేసుకో
solution. So components of a privileged
పేజ్లో
account or
అది
components of a cyber ark solution. Hello. Okay.
Yeah, we have done what are the components of CyberArk.
Cool.
So that is basically
Okay.
PVWA, PSM, and PPM,
And wall.
and what is Vault. So we
Hmm.
have just gone through the overview.
Hmm. Can you give an overview of whatever we discussed yesterday or in our previous session?
Yes, so a
Okay.
vault is an secure storage
Let's
location
start
where
from the
we
scratch itself. Can you tell me what are privileged accounts?
privileged accounts are those accounts which to have elevated access more than a normal user,
Okay, and
which
why
are
this
used
for this privileged accounts is needed? Yeah, sorry, go ahead.
for accessing high secured accounts,
Which are used for?
which are used for accessing high secured accounts.
So privileged account is an account which itself is used to access accounts, right?
Correct.
But don't you think it's like little bit everything you said correct, but you can't access an account, right? You can access systems, softwares, applications, these things. How can you access an account, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, okay. So tell me why these needs to be protected.
Because they do have they can access uh, highly stored accounts or highly secured accounts. So if it goes into the wrong hands, it can be a catastrophic damage.
Okay, cool. Okay, now you can proceed with the overview of Cyber components. What's a vault?
A vault is a secured storage which stores the passwords, API keys, SSH keys in an encrypted fashion.
Okay, and are you
It
aware
is
of the encryption? Okay, encryption mechanisms.
yes, yes.
Can you tell me?
Pardon me, I couldn't hear you
Can you tell
because
me
there
the
is
encryption
some
mechanisms?
yeah
Okay, having a bit of
encryption.
time. Just give me more time. Is it fine now? I hope you're not hearing those background noises now, or it's
Yes,
still,
yes.
or it's better.
It's fine now. I can
Okay,
hear you
cool,
clearly.
cool.
So
Okay.
encryption mechanism, it is an AES 256, which is a symmetric encryption mechanism,
Mm-hmm.
and the other is RSA 2048, which is an asymmetric encryption.
Okay, cool. Okay, tell me about the other components. PWS.
PV, uh, PVWA is a password vault web access, which will access you through the different sources of vault, like files or passwords or credentials through a secured web access.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and CPM.
CPM is a certified policy manager or credential policy
Central
manager where
policy
you,
manager.
yeah, central policy manager where you will, where the stored passwords are where there is an
Okay.
access to the rotation of the passwords or change of passwords or change of guidelines or rules pertaining to the users.
Okay. And PSM.
PSM is Privilege Session Manager, where you will see that each and every user will be granted access, and based it monitors, controls the user sessions and makes it easily available for audit.
Okay. Good. So today we would be discussing about the account onboarding. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So would you be making notes on your notepad or on your notebook?
I'm making my notes on my notebook.
Okay, notebook. Cool. Okay. I hope my screen is visible.
Okay.
Okay, so again, as I said, vault server access should be restricted for small things. I won't be logging into a vault server, right? Because it's a
Okay.
critical server. So most of the things, my day-to-day jobs, I would be doing it on the PBW console itself. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Even you would be doing like your day-to-day jobs in the PBW console itself. Okay. So
Okay.
just write down a heading about account onboarding in your notes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. So account onboarding is an activity or an exercise, you can say,
Okay.
in which we register
Mm-hmm.
the existing accounts or the newly created accounts
Okay.
to the Cyber Ark vault.
Okay.
So that the account could be under so that the account could be under
Mm-hmm.
proper Cyber Ark management, like password rotations and session management.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
can you tell me what type of like which accounts I'm referring here? Privileged accounts, right? Obviously,
Yes.
I have purchased this solution for onboarding privileged accounts itself. So whenever I refer the word accounts, it means privileged accounts. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Write down the second prerequisite. Oh, sorry. Write down the prerequisites. Prerequisites
Okay.
required for account onboarding.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me one thing. Would you be able to manage something which does not exist in this universe?
No, that
Right.
is not
Yeah,
correct.
that's not possible, right? So the first prerequisite is account should be created on the target. Account should be created on the target. Because if accounts itself is not created, if something it's not existing, then obviously you can't manage that. So in CyberArk, we basically register the existing accounts, or like it's existing, or it could be a newly created account, but it should be there on the first place, right? Sometimes it happens in real time use case as well. It happened with me as well. It happens with me nowadays as well. What users do, so they raise a service now ticket and they give in the details like this is the account name, this is the server IP in which the account is created. And the moment we try to manage or rotate the password of those accounts, it gives an error, username not found or password could be incorrect. Then we cross verify with users like whether the account is created itself or not, and they say okay, sorry, it's not there.
Okay.
And in those situations, we are generally like, dude, what are you doing actually? Like you are raising a ticket without the account itself being created, right?
Correct.
Correct. So it's something done or careless act from the end users. Okay. So the second prerequisite. I hope this statement is clear, right? What is account onboarding and the first prerequisite?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Tell me one thing. Are you aware of a network port? What's a network port? Or in simple words, port.
Network?
Network port, PORT,
No.
port. Have you heard of this words? Port.
No.
Okay. Uh, so you have worked in the data analysis in the past, right? Or you're still working in data
Correct.
analysis, right? So you must have heard of this word port many times, like whenever you're trying to access a database, or suppose you want to make an API call, right? So there is some port
Yes, yes,
working
yes.
in the backend. Like for example, for HTTPS, it's 443, right?
Correct.
So in
Correct.
general, you must have heard this word port. So port is nothing. If you want to make a note, you can make it. So port is a bridge which makes it possible for two devices to connect, right? It acts as a medium. Let's say you want to travel from one location to another. You obviously need a medium, either road or a railway track or air, water, and you need a medium, right, to relocate. So these
Mm-hmm.
roads,
Yeah.
then bridges, or like like whatever means of transport we have, these act as a port. It is bridging our connection from one location to another. Similarly, it's a not contactless. It's an invisible, it's an invisible, bridge between two devices so that they can connect. You can't see it with your eyes, but on the back end, it's there, right?
Okay. Right.
Yep. Yep. So the thing here is that write down the second prerequisite. CyberArk servers in brackets CPM and PSN
Mm-hmm.
CyberArk servers CPM and PSN should have proper network slash port
Proper network slash port.
connectivity
Okay.
to the target devices.
Okay.
So basically, what happens? CPM is changing whenever CPM changes the passwords. So CPM should be able to connect with the targets itself, where the account where the account is created and the password needs to be changed. So what happens in the backend? CPM logs into the server, changes the password of the account which we have triggered, and once the password is changed on the target end, it is stored. The new password is stored in the CyberArk vault. So this is an this is a backend thing which happens when CPM rotates a password. Similarly, you would be executing a remote session or a remote RDP to a target server itself. PSM acts as a jump box between the CyberArk and between your workstations basically and the target server. So PSM should also have connectivity to the target devices in order to establish a remote session, right?
Understood.
Yeah,
So PSM is your bridge between the normal user and your target user, right?
correct, correct. So, uh, you should be aware of the port numbers. So, first of all, write down a separate heading CPM to target ports.
Mm-hmm.
So, for Windows, write down Windows.
Yeah.
For Windows, it's TCP 135, 13, 139, 135,
Okay.
139,
Mm-hmm.
and 445.
Okay.
Okay. On the next line for Unix,
Uh-huh.
it's 22.
Okay.
For Oracle database, it's 1521.
Okay.
For MySQL DB, it's 3306.
Okay.
Okay. And for PSMs, write down one more heading PSM to target ports.
Mm-hmm.
So for Windows, it's RDP 3389.
Give me a second, please.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. For other targets like Unix and all, it's just same as CPM. So you can mention others equals to same as CPM. Only the difference in port numbers is between the Windows connections only. In CPM it's 135, 139, and 445, and in PSM it's an RDP port 3389. Rest other ports is same like whatever you need to open from CPM. For example, for Oracle,
RDB, could you repeat the RDB part, please? RDB
RDP
43.
port 3389 double
Okay.
three eight nine.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you need on next prerequisite, and you need safe and a platform.
Okay.
Okay. And next prerequisite, you need account details like username and address.
Uh, could you please justify me?
Username and address. Yeah, sorry, could you please?
What do you mean by address here?
The place or the server where the account is created.
Okay. Understood.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we would be discussing three type of accounts onboarding: Windows Local, Windows AD, and Unix account onboarding. Okay. So I'll show you one type of account onboarding, and I'll explain you the other two as well. So other two, like Unix and AD accounts, it would be your assessment, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So all the things are same, just a little bit difference. I'll explain you the process, like what's the difference and everything. But practical implementation for Windows domain and Unix accounts, you have to do it, and you have to
So
create it as well. So
one would be Windows local, the other would be Windows AD and.
and third would be Unix. Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. So let's start. Just give me a second. Okay, so I hope my screen is visible.
Mhm.
Okay, so can you tell me the first prerequisite?
Account should be created on the
Okay,
target user.
so let me create an account in real time. Account creation is not a job of CyberArk engineer. It should be done by the infra team itself. It could be Windows team, it could be Unix team. So whatever account creation steps I am showing you, okay, it's fine. It's a lab, so we don't have any other option. We need to do it. But in real time, it's taken care by infra team.
Understood.
Okay, so how
Yeah.
it is being created on the back end? So they execute the lusr mgr.msc command, which opens the users and groups consoles. Okay, so we would be clicking on users, and if we click on new user, so let me give a name. What name I can give? Sysadmin, let me give uh, priv underscore admin, privileged admin. Okay, and let me give an initial password. Okay, I am giving CyberArk 1 as a password. I am making the password never expires, and I am clicking on create. As of now, it's a normal user. We want to make it privileged. So how we would be doing it? We need to grant this local admin account, uh, like membership of administrators group. If I click on add, and if I click on check name locations, I would be choosing the local server components, and I will be typing the username. Okay, so if you see priv underscore admin is added. Now I'll click on apply and okay. So the first prerequisite is completed. Okay, we have created the
Mhm.
account. Okay, can you tell me about the second prerequisite?
CyberArk server should have proper connection
Port
to the
connectivity. Okay,
target. Yeah.
cool. So as of now, the PSM, the CPM, and the PVW component, all the three applications are deployed in a single server itself. So the VM in which I have currently logged in, it is a PVW server as well, it is a CPM server as well, and it is a PSM server as well. But in real time, for each component, every like team should be having a separate server. Like PVW would be deployed in a separate server, PSM would be deployed in a separate server, and then PSMs would be deployed in a separate server, right? Got it?
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
in all, yeah. So we would be checking the ports from the CPM to the from the CPM and PSM to the targets, right? The network
Correct.
connectivity. So in order to check it, you have to first log into the source machine. Source machine would be our CyberArk server. So you have to log into both CPM, check the ports, and then you have to log into the PSM and then check the ports. Okay. So
Okay.
I am already inside the component server. This will act as both CPM and PSM. So my job, like as of now, it's somewhat easy. I have to log into one server only. But in real time, let's say if you have five CPM servers and if you have like uh, 10 PSM servers, then you have to log into each 15 server, right?
Okay.
Yeah. So how I would be checking the port? First, I log into the source machine and then I would be entering PowerShell. So the command to check the port is, let's say my TNC destination server hyphen port and the port number which you want to check. For example, I'm checking for CPM first 135.
Mm-hmm.
If it gets true, it means port is open, and if it gets false, it means port is not open. Let me show you. I'm entering a random port 136. Let's see if it's working. See, it has already started giving fail. And if you see, it's a false. So it means port is not open. And in cases when port is not open, you have to reach out to the firewall team, you have to raise a service request to them to get the ports open. I'm checking 445, it's also open, it seems. Okay. Now I would be checking RDP port for PSM, it's 3389. Okay, it's also true. So we have the second prerequisites in place. The network connectivity is there. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So can you tell me about the next prerequisite? It's safe and a platform, right?
Correct.
So there is no order like what should be created first, safe or a platform. It's up to you, whatever you want to create. Okay. So I'll be moving with the safe. I will be moving with the platform first. So to create the platform, you have to hover on the left. You have to scroll down to the bottom, and then you have to click on this drop down, and you can go to the platform management page. So basically, what exactly are platforms itself? So these contain the technical and the managerial settings, like how the accounts would be managed, right? By technical, I mean platform determines what type of account it is. For Windows accounts, it would be a separate platform. For Unix accounts, it would be a separate platform. Using something.
Okay. Hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, please ask.
So these are the platform names or which type of accounts which are need to be created, right?
Correct. So, Cyber Ark, do you understand about the? Do you know the meaning of the word out of the box?
Yes.
It
Technically,
means
yes.
by default. It means by default what you get when you purchase, when you do something, right? When you purchase something,
Correct.
right? So, Cyber Ark
Yeah.
out of the box provide platforms for these type of device types as Windows, Unix, cloud applications, databases, security application, network device. There are many, right?
Mm-hmm.
So these platforms contains the plugins actually. So plugins like it is different. Plugins like basically whenever CPM rotates a password, so a plugin is being invoked. So those with the help of those plugins, CPM is able to take a connection to the servers and change the passwords. Right? There is a backend plugin which works on the backend. So for Windows devices, a separate plugin is there. For Unix type of devices, a separate plugin is there. So you need to be careful while choosing a choosing a platform. Let's say if you are onboarding a Unix account and you are choosing the Windows based platform, it won't work, right?
Understood.
Yeah. So, and about the managerial settings, what I mean, for example, you want to set a password complexity that accounts which are associated with this particular type of platform, these are having 8 character lengths, like minimum, this should be the number of special characters, right? These are sort of password complexities, right?
Understood.
So
Yeah.
you need to expand them. Okay, tell me one thing. So I hope in real time there is some cleanliness which we need to deliver to the clients itself, right? There is a mature way of doing things in real time, right? So how we manage platforms in real time? Actually, by default, CyberArk provides many out of the box platforms. Those are the original ones. So, in order to maintain a backup of the original things, what we do, we duplicate a platform, we rename that platform according to the organization's naming convention, and we deactivate the original one. Reason for this, let's say if due to any XYZ reason, we want to compare the things between the original platform and the ones which we are currently using, you won't be having anything to compare if you use the original platform itself. So in those cases, we duplicate those, we make the original platforms deactivated so that other CyberArk resources like PSM and CPM doesn't waste their resources on those active platforms, which are totally not being used as of now. Making
Okay.
sense?
Okay. So basically, we are duplicating the platform so as to provide a backup. Is that
Correct,
the
correct,
right
correct,
way?
correct. Let's say if you're going in future, you want to compare something with the original platform, so you don't have anything. From where you will compare? You have already used the original platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how we would be doing it? So assuming, although I have duplicated it, let me enable the original one in that case. So ideally, this platform which I have made active, hmm, ideally this platform which I have made active, it's the original platform. Okay, so in
Okay.
order to duplicate it, I would be clicking on the three dots. I would be clicking on duplicate. Okay, so the new platform name, it would be according to the organization's naming convention. It is different in different organizations. So, for example, let me give this as a testing underscore winlock Windows local underscore duplicate platform. Okay, I'll click on create. Okay, and I will deactivate the original one, so that other CyberArk resources like CPM, PSM, they don't waste their server utilization on these active components which are not being used. Okay, so this is the platform, and if I show you the edit, if I click on edit, you would be able to surf inside the settings. So, for example, if I want to show you about the plugin which is being used, so it is PM Windows DLL file. Okay, and wait, one more setting. Let me show you. If you want to see the password complexity, generate password. So this is the password complexity. Password length should be of 12 characters and these things. Okay, so
Okay.
these are the managerial settings. So I'm done. I'm clicking on apply and okay. Now the next thing is I need a save. So I would be hovering to the left. I would be clicking on policies, access controls. I will see the save page, and then I have to click on add save. Safe name, let me give test underscore winlock underscore safe. Okay, so every organization has a dedicated safe naming convention itself, and this name is up to 28 characters. So whenever you are trying to design a safe naming convention, so you need to be sure that you're not exceeding the you're not exceeding the 28 character else it will give an error. Okay, and now it is asking assign a CPM. So let's say if you have multiple CPMs in your environment, so from this option you can select a CPM which will rotate the passwords which are onboarded inside the safe, which are for all the accounts which are associated with this safe. Okay,
Okay.
so let's say if you have multiple CPMs, so you need to be careful while choosing the CPM. Suppose in the ServiceNow request, the user mentions that the server for which the account is being onboarded, it is hosted in a data center in US. And let's say you have three CPMs and you know which one is dedicated to APAC, which one is dedicated to EU, and which one is dedicated to US. For example, as
Correct.
of now in this lab, there is one PS CPM only, so we don't have any other option. So let's say we have three. Let's assume we have three here. One is password manager, one is password manager one, and one is password manager two. So you are aware of these things. You are like these things like people have told you the KT that the password manager two it is hosted in US. You can see these things in the architecture diagram, okay, of the like organizer of the client for which you would be working. So you would be selecting password manager too. Obviously, the server is in US itself, so it would be an easier job for the US hosted server. If you select EU or APAC CPM, there would be latency issues. Technically, it can do the job, but still there would be some network latency issues, right?
Yeah.
So we can select the CPM, and then we can click on save. Now the safe is created. Now the third thing is we need to add the people here in this safe, which are supposed to access the accounts. Uh, let's say you want to create a segregation for privileged accounts meant for Windows team and for privileged accounts meant for Unix team. I hope you understood the situation, right? Did you understood the situation?
Could you please repeat the situation, please?
Okay, so let's assume. See, first of all, tell me one thing. Let's say if you are on, like if you are a cyber Ark admin, just tell me, will it be a good idea if will it be a good thing if the Windows people, Windows team is able to see the accounts of the Unix team, or vice versa, or other teams are able to see the accounts of those people which are not belonging to their team as well. It's not a good practice. So you need
No,
segregations, right?
no, no. Yeah,
Yeah. So you need segregations, right? So
correct.
based on that, you would be creating up the safes. Let's say if you are onboarding a Windows account, okay. So you can create the Windows account, a Windows safe. Let's say according to the naming convention, whatever safe you create, but you have to be careful which users you are adding. You need to be properly clear that this is the Windows team guy. So you would be adding those people only. Apart from that, no one else. Else you will add other people, so they would be able to see the accounts, and obviously those are not meant for them. These people should not have any visibility, right?
Correct.
So let's say I'm adding Akhil as a user here. Let's say he's from the Windows team. Okay, so I would be clicking on that and I would be allotting the permissions. So from end user's point of view in real time, normally we don't give the retrieve permissions. By retrieve permissions, I mean user would be able to fetch he can see the passwords in CyberArk. So ideally, the idea behind a CyberArk deployment is end users must not have the visibility to the passwords. Wherever they want to connect, CyberArk should be able to take care of that. If it is a service account, then the CPM should be capable enough so that it can push the passwords into the services. It's a real time, it's an ideal situation. But again, like since nothing is perfect, even to uh, even CyberArk is not 100% perfect. So some cases do occur in which CyberArk literally is not able to manage the password rotations on that particular type of targets. So in that cases, you can give the retrieve permission. Let me give you an example. There is no plugin generated. There is no plugin as of now from CyberArk and to manage passwords into a PostgreSQL database. So if user
Okay,
says I'm having a PostgreSQL database, what you can do, you can onboard the account, you can keep the static rotations, and you can give retrieve permissions to the user so that they can see the passwords. Okay.
understood. Understood.
So assuming it's a real scenario, I won't be given retrieve permissions.
Okay, okay.
List account means users would be able to see the accounts in CyberArk. This is the most basic permission. Obviously, if you want to use an account, you should be able to see them first, right?
So list account means users will be.
Users would be able to see their accounts into CyberArk console. Else, they will log into the PBW portal. Everything would be blank for them. They won't be seeing any privileged accounts,
Okay.
right? So, in order to see the accounts first, list permission is needed. And use account means connect button would be visible. I hope you saw in the last session that I was clicking on connect button and an RDP file was being downloaded,
Okay.
right? So if you
Mm-hmm.
give use permissions, connect button would be visible for end users. Okay. And using this
Okay.
monitor permissions, users would be able to see the activities of the accounts by themselves as well. What they are doing, even they would have the visibility in the CyberArk logs. I'll show you how these logs look like. Okay. So we will click on
Okay.
add. So apart from Akhil, ideally no one should be able to access this account which I'm onboarding. Okay. So the user, the vault user who has logged into the CyberArk solution, by default, it is added with full permissions. Okay. So basically,
Okay.
it is being there as a break class admin account. It is there. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now the third step is the account onboarding itself. Just allow me a moment, Vamshi. Just allow me a moment.
Okay.
Okay, I'm back. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Just give me. Okay, so this page will open up and we have to click on add account. Okay, so based on the
Mhm.
device type, I need to select if it's a Windows or a Unix. So I'm onboarding a Windows account. So I would be choosing system type. Okay, testing
Okay.
WinLog duplicate. This is the platform which is meant. Selecting the safe. So we have to select this testing WinLog safe, which I just created. Okay, now these properties, it would be given by end users to you in the form of a service now request. These address, the username, these things would be mentioned. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So address, so I know the IP, so it's 10.0.20.1. If you want to check, so just give me a second. So I hope you are aware of the IP config command in CMD.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's the command to check the IP. Username, it's priv underscore admin, right? Which I just created. Password,
Okay.
it's CyberArk1. Confirm password, it's CyberArk1. Okay, so I have given the properties, so I can click on add, and so cheers, the first account is onboarded. Okay, now since the password is known to us, I have manually entered CyberArk 1. Okay, now I want CyberArk to change it. So I'll be clicking on the additional details in classic interface and I'll be clicking on change. So I need to select change the password immediately. Okay, so it will take some time. Okay, so if you see the immediate password message is gone, and if you see the last modified password manager has worked on it, and if you see check the times, it's 12:52 and it's 12:53 right now. And if I click on show, you can see that the password has been changed. Earlier it was CyberArk one, now it is something else. Okay, just
Okay.
a second. Yeah. Okay, so now, since the password is changed, now I would be asking the end users to confirm the check to confirm the connections from your end, so that we can proceed with the ticket closure. Okay. So AD is being integrated with CyberArk. I'll show you the integrations as well once we move into the implementation parts. Okay. So AD users basically they would be using the LDAP authentication. Akhil is an AD user.
LDAP, could you please describe what is LDAP or other
So
thing?
LDAP is a protocol basically through which CyberArk communicates with the Active Directory. I hope you are aware of the Active Directory. What's an Active Directory, AD?
It is basically an on-cloud storage for
No,
accessing.
no. Active Directory is basically a database in which users' data is being managed, right? Domain accounts basically, those are also AD accounts which are created in the Active Directory,
Okay.
right? So,
Yeah.
like whenever an employee joins an organization, so their IDs are also created on the Active Directory itself, right? The emails, whatever you see, those are domain IDs itself, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I have logged in as Akhil via the LDAP. These are, so due to the nature of the communication, it uses na LDAP protocol. So that's why people call it LDAP accounts as well. LDAP users, LDAP accounts. There is no technical logic behind this, like why it is LDAP, but just people like call these as like LDAP IDs as well. But technically, it's an AD account.
So what is the difference between using an LDAP gateway and the traditional gateway?
LDAP gateway and traditional gateway means
Uh, See, we are creating accounts on the LDAP platform using LDAP as well, right?
no. We are creating accounts on the Active Directory, right? And LDAP is a communication protocol,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
It's not a platform or not a system. It's just a communication protocol, just like HTTPS. So
Okay.
applications communicate with the Active Directory with the LDAP protocol. And on
Okay.
Azure AD, the cloud one which you were referring, so the applications communicate to the Azure Active Directory via OAuth or SAML protocol.
Via OAuth?
And SAML.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Security access markup languages.
correct. Okay. So I have asked Akhil to to check the account. So I think I need to release it. Rest whatever doubts you would be having in your real project, you can bring it here as well. I would be happy to assist. But again,
Sure.
we will have the recording stopped for those things. Right? Just give me a second. If I give a blank search, I'm able to see the priv account. Now my I would be testing and log on to I'm giving the server IP, and if I click on connect, an RDP file would be downloaded.
So we need to immediately open the RDP file
Correct.
within 15 to 20 seconds,
10 to
just like
15.
you were mentioning yesterday.
Yeah, 10 to 15, not 15 to 20. Right.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I can confirm like I am able to access the server. Right. Okay. Now I would be dropping an email to the Cyber Ark admin that hi, I am able to take a connection, so you can close the ticket. And if I log in as other user as well, let's say let me try some other user. Let's say Kainat, she is from Unix team. Ideally, she is not supposed to see my accounts. If I give a blank set, so I hope you can't see the priv underscore admin account. Only Akhil can see. So that's
Correct.
the safe level access. That's why that's when we add users to the safe. So this is a complete account onboarding exercise, and I can proceed with the ticket closure. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
So I
mhm,
have a question right now. So
mhm.
whoever the users say like Windows or Unix or Oracle,
Mm.
whoever the users are doing the onboarding process will be
Users
routed
won't be
through.
onboarding. Users won't be onboarding. It would be us. It would be a CyberArk admin.
Okay.
Right?
Whoever the CyberArk admin is onboarding
On.
the user accounts
Mm.
through Windows or Unix or Oracle will
Mhm.
be routed through PSM, right?
Will be no, the passwords would be rotated by CPM.
Okay, okay. So the PSM will be
Used for session
availing,
remote connections.
will be using the remote connection access to
Correct.
monitor and control the users, right?
Correct.
Who are onboarded.
No, no, not control. Basically, what happens whenever we are taking a remote connection to the server, just like we just did right now, right? So
Uh-huh.
in the back end, PSM will act as a jump server. That's it. It won't control anything. It won't control the the accounts. It's just that it's acting as a bridge between the between those servers and your workstation. But again, it's a PSM functionality that it will record the sessions so that you can use those recordings in your audits.
So what if there are any adverse conditions or adverse scenarios in the onboarded accounts?
No
Oh,
adverse scenario in sense.
adverse scenario in the sense, say some accounts have been probably misused or anything like that. So
See,
what would be?
what could be the adverse condition in my point of view? It's always an insider, right? Let's say
Correct.
someone says me, "Hey, you are below, you work for this client. Can you give me the password of this account? I will pay you like in millions, for example."
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, out of greed, whatever you can say, sold him the password. In those cases, yeah, adverse conditions can happen. It's not, see, again, as I am saying, there is nothing perfect in this universe. Nothing is 100% 100% perfect. It's not guaranteed 100% that even if an organization is using CyberArk, those organizations can't be infiltrated. Loopholes are always there. Nothing is perfect, right?
Okay. Okay. And one more thing would be like if I have a user who is not there in the target list or a target user, but
Mm.
he is in the normal user list.
Normal user list and not on the target list means
So like I have a user deleted in the target list during the process.
target server, you mean?
Correct.
Hmm.
So how would you handle such kind of a scenario?
So we tell users why email account is not created. Create a one, then let us know, and you
Um,
can
o-
share us the snips as well.
okay, okay,
Yeah. Once they confirm, so we can again try to trigger the rotation. It will work. And if it is having some other issues, then we need to correct
okay, understood.
it.
And what would be the difference between a vault and a safe?
Vault is bank, right? Assume it's a bank. It's a whole level of bank. And inside the vault, there are some logical containers in which the actual ID is being
Okay,
stored, right? So technically, accounts are onboarded into safe. Logically, safe is inside the vault, so accounts are inside the vault itself,
okay, okay,
right? And on the safe
mhm,
level, we grant users the access.
okay, understood. Yeah.
Okay. So let me create some Active Directory IDs for you. Let me go to DC01. DC01 is the domain controller, and domain IDs it would be created by AD team, not CyberArk team. Okay, so I can navigate to this OU. AD team is generally aware, like to which OU they are supposed to create. Okay, I will click on this icon, single face. Let me give let's say what name should I give?
So domain IDs are generated by
AD team.
ADT.
Yeah, Active Directory is a separate Microsoft application. Windows is a separate application. People have separate team for that. Okay. What
Yeah.
name should I give? Let me give trib underscore admin only. I'll click on next. Give a password. It's CyberArk1. Finish. Let me allot privileges to this account. I'll be adding it to the domain admins group. Client OK. Okay. Now the only difference which will happen in this, onboarding a local and a domain account is platform you have. There would be a difference in the platform.
Correct.
So as of now, it's Windows. So if you see Windows domain account, we have a platform. So ideally, you need to duplicate this. You need to give a naming convention. You can give anything, and you have to deactivate the original one. Okay. After that, you have to go to add accounts page. From there, you have to select the device type, Windows. You have to select your platform, and in the address bar, right where I gave IP just right now. Remember,
Okay.
in
Uh-huh.
place of that IP, you have to give the domain name. Domain name, username, password, initial. I would be sharing you those in WhatsApp so that things don't get messier for you. So domain is acme.corp in this lab, acme.corp. So whenever you onboard the domain account, you give the name of the whole domain. And whenever you onboard a local account, so you give the server IP or the server FQDN. Right? So this is the difference. Okay.
Okay.
And in terms of Unix, just you have to change the platform itself. So I have created one dummy, root account here. So you have to set duplicate basically Unix by SSH1,
Okay.
and everything would be same. Like in server rights, what I say in server address, you have to give the IP or the FQDN of the server, or else you have to give the host name or the FQDN, right? And rest other things would be same, username, password, right? So
Okay.
local account
Understood.
onboarding and Unix account onboarding are somewhat similar, just there is a difference of platform. Windows domain account and Windows local account, you need a separate platform, and you need this thing as well. You need to give like the name of the domain. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll be sharing you the username, the domain name, the IP of the the IP of the Unix box and username. Everything I would be giving you on the WhatsApp. Okay. So you have to use those details, right?
Okay.
So first go through the recording, just understand the things, right? So basically, I'll send you a question, a whole situation. I'll send you right in WhatsApp. It will
Okay.
be your assessment. Okay. So you have to go through the recording first, right? Whatever steps we have implemented, you need to
Mm-hmm.
follow. Like you need to create a safe, you need to duplicate a platform, you need to add an account, and also you need to add members to the safe as well,
Okay. Before that, can we go ahead and make some practice on the components of PAM?
right? Yeah, you can
Like,
practice. You can practice. I will give you the lab URL as well, right?
uh, if you would be there, it would be much more helpful for
See,
me.
that will definitely make a dependency, I believe. So in case you are not able to solve it, so let's say I have one more session as well. So let's say we can connect at my night 10 p.m. ISTs then. Okay, you can try to
Pardon
go
me.
through it. I am saying so as of now I will be having one more session as well, one more batch I will be having. So you can try to
Mhm.
practice. You can share me the results if it is working or not. If it's not working, then we can connect after. Right now it's we can connect after 4 hours, 4 to 5 hours. We can have one more session. I'll send you the link.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
You try to implement this. Okay. Let me know the
Sure.
outputs. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Cool.
Can you share me the credentials or whatever
Yeah,
would
I'm
be?
just preparing the assessments. I need to prepare a message, so I'll be sharing it with you.
Okay.
Okay. And one more thing, I'm pausing off the labs. If you want to start the lab again, you need to click on this play button. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah.
Where?
This there here here.
Okay. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Understood. Yeah.
Okay. So stopping the screen share. I'll send you the lab. Or let me draw. You want an email or in WhatsApp? It's fine.
It would be better if it is an email.
Okay. Let me draft an email then. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thanks.
Thank you.